Good morning. Prince Franklin, would you like your chew toy? Oh, it's the old one. Okay, so not the best experience with this landscaping company. I thought it was going to be, and I was so excited. What a personable young man. He had all the evidence that he's a hard worker, committed, and honest. Where are you now? So, still no show, no return text. Evidently, my husband even CC'd me on an email he sent. And he got back into his legal mind, like it used to be, more often. And he sent a message. Short and sweet, but it was just, please advise. So we know how to move forward. Because he's got this contract that you have to give 48 hours notice to break the contract. And if not, you have to pay the balance. And then there's another part of the contract that says if you don't give 72 hours notice, you have to pay $800 or something like that. I have to sit down and underline everything because I have a little bit of dyslexia. Excuse me. So this is the thing. I took my allergy pills, but when I massage my face, it empties my sinuses. I don't know. So excuse me. So we've had a couple beautiful days and then a couple cold, stormy, rainy days. Then a couple beautiful days, and it's another beautiful day. I could be out there on the weekend when I'm not seeing clients at all and actually get some work done out there because the ground's still wet from the rains. That's when you got to do it. So it's the perfect time because it's so saturated that clay is wet deep. It's not just like me watering the ground and then it's wet on the first inch. And it won't, you can't moisturize the ground deeply without that complete saturation. So I've been really frustrated because I've been watching the weather. It's really important when you're working with hard ground. So I was telling John, my biggest thing is I don't want to send him a nasty email, not nasty, but an email that says, you let me down. I'm really disappointed. We need to cancel this contract because I need to start working on my yard or have someone else help me. Because if you have somebody else start the project or work on the project without their permission, the contract's done and you have to pay. There's several different things about it. So it's like I'm frozen without him canceling the contract. Can you believe that on a $2,000 job? Ugh. So anyway, it's like I should have never signed the contract. But he got me a good deal on monkey grass, so it's not like I want to put out bad karma. And my fear is he's been in an accident. And that's what I was telling John, my husband. It's like I'm just so afraid that he's been in an accident or something. I just can't imagine that he's acting like this. But I don't know. You know, when you get a little bit of a funny feeling, but the funny feeling says, this may not be completely on the up and up, but it'll be okay. I had that kind of feeling, but I denied it because he's just such a personable young man. So, I was right. He got me a good deal on that grass. I couldn't have gotten a deal like that. I could not have gotten $5 a plant. And all the monkey grass that I killed last year was it was probably more than 300 plants. It was at least 300 plants that I killed. Maybe more. So $5 a plant, 300 plants. I basically came out, well, with the extra, he got mixed up in his receipt. It was, he said I owed him $1,400, but then he told me that he accidentally made the receipt for $600. And I said, well, I'll just give you the next $200. So maybe I ended up paying, what is that? Under $6 a plant. So $7 a plant? I don't know. But I know it's better than I could get it. And I couldn't get that kind of bulk. I don't know. But I just feel like it's okay. And he delivered them. So I'm good. I just don't even want to, I just want to move on with my life. I just don't want this kind of stress. I want to be able to go out of my house and do my work when I'm ready to do my work. Especially when it is a beautiful day and I don't have any aches and pains to speak of. And I bought a Temu. I bought one at Amazon for my mother-in-law a couple years ago. It's this little stool that you can sit on in the yard. So it has like a rubber stool and metal legs, and then you can turn it upside down where the stool is on the ground, and it has padding there. And then you use the legs to stand up. And I just thought I got her one of the best gifts ever. Well, I forgot about it. Well, I reminded her to use it several times, and then I just forgot about it because she wasn't using it. And then I was helping her find something the other day, came across it in one of her guest rooms. And I thought, well, I can't ask for it back, so I can use it. So I looked on Temu for it, and it was half the price. And then I had it in my cart for a while, and it ended up giving me one of those deep discounts. If you bought several things, you could pick a couple things. You have to really be patient to get those deals with Temu. If you don't buy anything for a while and you just keep letting it, like, click on it and then unclick on it and click on it and unclick on it while it's in your basket. I'm gonna do one more thing. They will eventually, and it may be only once, I don't know, but they'll offer you a deal on it. And I think I ended up getting it for under $10, and hers was 20 something. And I'll tell you what else. If you get a deal like that and you think you will ever want another one or ever want to give it a gift as a gift, buy as many as you want. Because I've done that now with a lamp. I've done it with those because I wouldn't mind having 2 of those. And a backup for a gift, because it is the best gift for us older women. And oh, what else did I get? I've gotten several things, like some really comfy shoes that I got. They're like old-fashioned Birkenstocks, old-fashioned ones that you just don't see anymore. And if you do, they're $300. And I got them I had them in my basket for a while, just reminiscing the old days. And I ended up getting them for, I'm sure they were under $10. And I had my friend, Dorothy, came to visit, and she loved them. And they fit her perfectly. I got them a little big because sometimes I wear these really thick socks. And it's hard to wear shoes with them because all my shoes are normal. And these socks are just so big and I love them. But I got them. I purposely got these like mules to slide into a little larger. So I'm very happy with that. But I wish I could have had another pair. I would have offered them to her. But you remember all those sweaters that I bought? And I bought them like in every color. And I bought 2 in the gray, 2 in the black. Well, she was like, oh, I would never wear that. I said, just try it on. She liked it so much. Let's see, I loaned her the gray one. And she liked it so much. I told her, I want you to have this to remember me by. And she was like, well, you don't have to do that. She liked it. But then I got a text message from her. And then we talked about it. She goes, I wear that sweater all the time. I'm like, I know, right? I use them for bathrobes. I use them just to go out to the mall or to the mailbox. And I use them to dress up an outfit with a belt. I love those sweaters. They're just so me. Maybe it's a generational thing. I don't know. So anyway, I need some eyeliner, baby. And I don't want to work hard at it. So, what else was I going to tell you? Oh, I went to lunch with my mother-in-law once that I've been helping with that has a dementia. Oh, so her sister, who is a year or 2 older or younger than her, she's driving still. These women, so stubborn, so strong. Their DNA is just work until now. And now they don't know what to do with themselves. So anyway, she came in and she brought another family member with her. And then there was one of her other daughters showed up, and then me. And I'm telling you what, it's such an honor to be able to be in a position to share someone else's family. But it's what nobody really communicates all that well with each other, just because we're busy and because their family is like Queen Elizabeth. Don't apologize and don't explain. So we're at this Look at me messing up so bad. So we're at this lunch, and I say, well, don't forget, Nanny, I'm coming over later I'll bring my laundry. And so there's this big conversation about my washer breaking down. And I look over at one of the ladies, and I said, and she goes, oh, it's an excuse to be at her house. And I love being part of somebody's family so much that even with her dementia, I want to participate, you know. I want to be part of the solution. And when you hit it off with somebody, when you're as codependent as I am, you just latch onto them. You're my friend forever. Forever. So that was fun. There's nothing poor about this family, but they have their quirks. That's for sure. So it was such a big table at this restaurant. Such a big table. So I am turned this way to talk to one of the daughter-in-laws, or daughters. My mother-in-law was over here talking with her sister and this other gal who's like a daughter. And I missed some of the conversation that was going on over here. Turns out my mother-in-law somehow got out her credit card and decided she was going to pay for lunch for everybody. Well, that didn't go over very well with the family who wasn't there. They're like, why would anybody let her pay? And they're like, because she wanted to, but I didn't hear it, or I would have been one of the people trying to talk her out of it. But everybody tried to talk her out of it. Nobody would ever not want to try to talk her out of it. And what I think is they're starting to get scared that someone's going to take advantage of her, which kind of pisses me off, because think about it. Everyone at that table are people who have worshiped the ground that woman has walked on. And if there's something going on that they haven't told me, once again, when I'm trying to help with this beautiful woman, they don't like to talk about what's going on. So I was a little frustrated. Don't like it. I don't like being in the dark. I don't know. What are you going to do? This is one of the lipsticks that I got that I like through Temu, and I couldn't find the exact same color in this brand. So I have tried a whole bunch of lipsticks to try to get it right. But I'm just hoping that someday they'll have another one of these. But that's why I think that they buy overages and put them in their own containers. So when they get an overage from a nicer or a more higher end than Chinese makeup, they fill their little bottles, just change the number on the bottom. And don't waste the product. Like I said, I waited too long to look up, to try to find more. I did go ahead and ordered what did I order? Oh, and a lot of people put glosses on these because they look a little dry. I haven't found a gloss that I like. Not even on this one from Revlon. Once I put the gloss on, I don't like how it feels. But this from Temu, it's that honey, I think they call it chapstick, but it's like a lipstick, has a little bit of color to it. This one does. But this one doesn't have very much color to it. It's from LA Colors. This one isn't like so tacky. Yeah, when I found these, I bought 10 of them. They were only like $1 or something at Dollar General. Okay, now I need some mascara. I have a little Temu order I'm going to open up when I get a chance. How are y'all doing? I heard from Linda. Mwah. Hi, Linda. It was good to hear from you. And I heard from Plum a little while ago. And I got a sweet card from Carla from Wisconsin. I have a couple Carlas on here. You know what? I've seldom known very many Carlas. But the Carlas I have met, I've really liked. And I heard from Janice, my little night flower. That always makes me feel good to get a hello or a little touch base. And I love getting cards. And you know what? I was watching Hey You last night, and that girl responds to every card note she gets. And I have not done that. I've never been someone who did that. I've always loved getting cards and letters, little notes in the mail. I've always loved getting mail. So you would think that would be one of my love languages, right? I get an email or a little message on here, and it's just so easy to put a couple little words together. But I have stationery. It's not like I can't get stamps. I don't buy expensive stationery, but I have paper to write on. I could do that. I should have sent a written thank you note to Janice and to Carla and to, let's see, I got several sweet, oh gosh, all right, I hear it out loud. I'm gonna have to start being a more responsible friend. I've probably lost lots of friends like that. It's been one of those things where I move, I get busy, and I just don't think about other people's feelings. And it's not that I don't care, because I would fight dragons for you. I was thinking about Rose the other day, and I was thinking, you know what? If that woman, because she's so spicy, so delicate, so friendly, so helpful, so loving, and I have a hunch a little spicy. Rose up in the Northeast, you know Rose over 70, makeup artist. It would be very hard for me to not go visit her if she said, I need a friend and I trust you, you need to come see me. I'd have a hard time not doing that. I'd have to struggle for a while, and then I'd have to go. Just because I don't know. I'm a loyal friend, even though I don't always act like it. Does that make sense? I don't know if it does or not, but I don't know. I like putting blush on with a very light hand lately. Just a little bit. Oh my God. Oh. All right, so you know what? I'm not gonna do a lot more because I'm gonna come home and get out my she shed and find my bench and put that together. That's what I'm gonna do. Matter of fact, I might go do that right now. I might even do a video on it because I kind of miss you guys. I don't know. Am I gonna do something else in my hair? Nah. I figure I'm gonna wash it later, and it's livable. It's livable. Who cares? All right. Love y'all. Have a great day. And I'll try to do that Temu package. And I'll talk to you soon. All right. Mwah. Bye for now.